Hello YouTube, Matt here. As you can see from the screen, we're doing a bit of a discussion video today. The reason I'm on TTS is due to the card reveals that we've had on Tuesday's live stream and Wednesday to Friday card of the day reveals. We now know the full contents of the trial deck besides the Grade 2 vanilla that we've worked out, the PG, and the draw and the front triggers. Everything else we have skills and scans for, so we can actually put it all into one deck profile. And we can also include the promo that's been revealed. We don't know how it's coming out yet, but we know it's coming out in the near future for Japan. More than likely going to end up being sneak peek promo for us over here in the English version. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover the entire deck, going through all the effects, ratios of cards in the deck, and then I'm going to give my opinions on how I compare it to the 5 start decks that we have got in the English version. So starting out, we have got Aces Meon. Meon's got the usual start skill of when she's ridden upon, if you went second, you draw a card. Same old, same old. Grade 1 is Aces Nanami. Nanami's got 2 skills, first one being on Vanguard Circle. And when she's placed on the Vanguard Circle, you can choose a grade 1 or below from your drop zone and call it to Rearguard Circle as rest. Second skill is when she's placed on Rearguard Circle. She gets power plus 2000 till the end of the turn. Right, so going over that then, you've got the first skill that turns the 1-for-1 that you do for the ride deck into an actual +1, which is really nice. It then leaves the unit on board for further boosting, or you can bounce it back to hand for guarding with other skills, which is really nice. And the rearguard skill, making it a 10k booster, actually helps with certain scalings later down the deck, and really nice. But it does start to show that we're going to be a bit of a power gain deck. Then the grade 2 is Aces Kyura. Kyura's got 2 skills as well. First one is on Vanguard Circle, of when this unit attacks, choose one of your rear guards and bounce it back to your hand. And then the second skill is when this unit is boosted on Rearguard Circle, this unit gets power plus 5000. So again, with the Rearguard skill, we see more of that power gains, like we had with Nanami. So 15k boost attacker with an 8k boost and 23k column, 33k on Persona Ride, really nice numbers. Then the first skill obviously ties into the theme that we were introduced to a while back of this deck's going to be about bouncing. And obviously you've got your target for Nanami's skill you could bounce, the guard power, and you've also got on-play skills that you might want to bounce that unit to then reuse again next turn, like Nanami and other cards further down the deck. And then to finish off the ride line, you do get Aces Kairi, which is our boss unit. You've got 2 skills. First one is on attack. You can Soul Blast 1. Choose up to 2 of your rear guards and return them back to your hand. So more of the bouncing again. And then second skill is at the end of the battle this unit attacks. If you Persona Road this turn, choose up to 2 cards from your hand, call them to empty rearguard circles, but they must be separate rows. So by what this means is you can't do 2 front row attack calls. It's got to be a front row and back row. You can either make a column either side of your vanguard of it, or you can do it diagonal. There is further cards down the list that do actually utilize with this skill to combo off even further, and we'll discuss it a bit more when we get to it. Same with the first skill, that does create empty rearguard circles, which does become important down the line, and we'll discuss when we get to the key card for it. Then obviously going down the rest here, we can then cover the ratios. We've got 3 more copies of the Aces Kairi. Then you've got the new girl, Energetic Girl Calfee. Get 4 copies of her in your deck. She's 10k grade 3, so it is a bit lower than the base grade 3s we're used to. But her skill is when she's placed on rearguard, this unit gets power plus 10,000 until the end of turn. So obviously they've dropped her power level from 13k to 10k for the fact that she gets 10k for free every single time you play her, because obviously you can bounce her with Kairi to re-abuse that on-play skill. Really nice card. Get 4 copies of her, and then our order for the deck is actually a grade 3 order, and it's called World Tour Special Live Show, and it's the whale. The whale actually got made into a card, which was a meme at the beginning, that thinking it might actually become a card, but it has actually happened. It is our set order, so Lyrical are the second nation to get set orders, which is really nice. Its skill is, once per turn, if it's in the order zone, cast Blast 2, choose one of your vanguards and it gets the skill Also, Vanguard Circle, all of your rear guards get power plus. Oh, sorry, no, continuous Vanguard Circle, sorry. All of your rear guards get power plus 5,000. Now, this card is actually seeing a lot of potential into the premium side, not just the D side, for the fact of you've got Potpourri and Speaker and Kruk that can, obviously, their recalls will, units you recall off them will get the power plus 5,000 because it's continuous. You've also got the likes of Twa and the grade 2 Riviere support that bounce and restand when the Vanguard Riviere attacks, so they can abuse the 5k power with doing multiple attacks. It's a really nice card. You've obviously got the old Magical Girl, Nell, I think it is. Nina. Soul Blast 2, Counter Charge 2 to obviously help pay for the cost. There was the Duo version, EV10. Really nice card to combo with it. I can see the whale actually having full potential in Premium, and it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with. Then the grade 2s, you've got 3 more copies of Kiora. Then we've got the 3 copies of the grade 2 Vanilla. Then you've got 4 copies of a bit of a slump Apel. Apel's got the skill when placed on Rearguard Circle. Count Blast 1, and this unit gets power plus 10,000 end turn. Yet again, they've dropped, because of that, because of the gain of 10k power on place, they have dropped her down from a 10k grade 2 to an 8k grade 2. But it still scales really well, because it's 18 by herself, 28k with an enemy that's placed that turn, 38k on Persona Ride turns, so it's really pushing the numbers through. You get 4 of her, and then you've obviously grade 1s, you get 3 more Nanamis, 4 PGs, and then 4 of, honestly, the best card in the deck, outside Kairi, Chewing Daughter Shia. Shia's got the skill of, when placed on the Rearguard Circle, you can Soul Blast 1, look at the top card of your deck, and then either call it to Rearguard Circle or add it to your hand. If you add it to your hand, you must then discard a card. So the reason why this is literally the best card in the deck outside of Kairi is the fact that she's a 5th attack enabler. She has to call something to an empty Rearguard Circle when she does her call. Obviously, Kairi bounces to the front row. You then call this to this is your back row to then call top card into the slot in front of this. But you're multi-attacking at that point. You've obviously early gameplay. This is a really good discard for Nanami, because you can discard this for Nanami, Soul Blast, call another card down. You're creating a board quite early game. Really nice. And obviously, if you don't get don't get unit 1, you can still add it to your hands, guard power, ditch a dead card like extra copies of Calfee, extra orders. So much you can actually utilize here. Why she's a lot of people are comparing her to Lieselot, because obviously the on place call top card situation. Personally, I value this card more than Lieselot, because if you don't call it, it's a hand card instead of where Lieselot's the soul, and also Lieselot's are hard named once per turn. She is not named once per turn at all, which is really nice. Then triggers, you've got the heals, you've got the fronts, you've got the draws, you've got the crits, and you've got Abaria as a reprint. The overall deck looks really solid. It is showing it's an aggro deck, multi-attack, similar to the likes of Bruce and Bastion, so it's going to be a strong deck out the gate. And I can't wait to see what they do else in the set to do with Kairi. But then, we have got the promo, as I talked about. This is Slow Kiss Arrow Nona. The reason she is so important is the fact that she's an on-hit Rearguard Circle. She's a Rearguard Circle. When she hits the Vanguard, you can Soul Charge 2. So her on-hit Soul Charge applies a lot of pressure because it funds the costs for Shia and Kairi, the 2 best cards in the deck. You do go through your soul quite quickly if you combo off with Shia and Kairi a fair chunk, so the extra soul charge pressure puts a lot more do I let this hit, do I not let this hit on the opponent, and it makes for a more complicated game out, which is really nice. But that's it for this video. If you'd like to like, comment, subscribe, it very much does help the channel. Let me know what you think of the Aces deck now we know all the contents. Let me know what you'd like to have seen different, what you think of the likes of Chia, who is honestly going to be one of the best cards in Standard and Premium. And I shall catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.